Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. We are going to have a very busy time though. We are going to haul metal rolls to the steel factory. Then we are going to get the metal beams to this factory, well, warehouse technically. And then we are going to fix up the other region though. But for the other region we do need a bigger truck though. So it's going to be interesting. Because we want to do that in one go, one might say. So we have to get another Kolob here. And as you can see, we have a different Kolob right now. How awesome is that? It is the Kolob 74941 with a power to weight A, durability A, and fuel consumption B. Now we have the 6-slot trailer with us with the extra fuel, because we might actually need some. Now we have an option. If we go this way, this is a very dangerous path. Now there's lots of little slopes and ropes around here though that we can get stuck on. The bridge is a hell part where we can get stuck on. And then this over here we have a log right over there though, that we cannot cross. So that is a tree that we want to avoid. And everything here is just super deep snow. And then all of this is kind of easy mode. Now we have another option. And this part over here is kind of difficult to traverse with the ice, but all of the rest of it is kind of easy mode. But then we have here a nice little log on the road. So there is an issue wherever you go in this map. And I have to say though, I have a feeling like this part might actually be a lot shorter though. Shall we do it? Well, I think we should. There we are. Let's just go and take the one with... the one on our left though. And by the way, there's enough room for everybody apparently. Look at that though. There's lots of chairs here. Nice. Now, I'm a little bit worried though. I kind of wanted to do this with the Tatra. I did buy my favorite truck again. But it is not tall enough though. And it is very slow. And it is actually a very powerful, really powerful truck. And I love that. Oh, wait a minute. We are actually refueling it from the wrong one. There we go. Alright, our trailer is full again. So the Tatra is weaker than a Kolob. It is much smaller than a Kolob, which might be a benefit. But it's not as high up as a Kolob. Then it can have a flatbed. And a saddle high. And that's about it though. It has two other ones, but they are not very important though. But yeah, you know, like apples to oranges. If we want to haul a trailer, use the Kolob. Although the Tatra heavy truck can have chain tires. So that's a very nice little benefit though. But it gets stuck. Do you see those legs over there? And the trailer bed is kind of low, right? You know. Yeah, the issue is with the Tatra, it gets stuck on everything. So it's really bad for that. And I mean, it's really bad for that. So, yeah. If you want to haul 2 cargo slots at once, Tatra is king. It really is. With chain tires through snow, you will even go through it very quickly though. So, yeah, that is that though. That is something that you have to be aware of. Alright, this is the most difficult little part over here. Let's try to steer further towards the left. There we go. Now, I really hope though, like, our trailer is not going to tip or anything. Because if it is not, this is the quickest and safest route. Quickest and safest route unlocked apparently. Awesome. Yeah, no matter what this thing gets stuck on, this trailer though, the Kolob just pushes right through it. You know, it really just pushes right through it though. So there's no worry about that. Now, if there's no worry about it, we actually might try to go up here. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, look at that. 1 second. Right over there. That might be a little bit difficult though, right? You know, with the rocks and all. But to be fair with you, I'm kind of tempted to try it. Well, we will see. But yeah, the Tetra is very good though. It could actually do this route back and forth a couple of times without any hassle either. So yeah, that is something that we actually might try out though, now that I think about it. I'm kind of tempted to try it out. Just to make it the steel beam factory hauler, you know? Huh. A little bit further there, big boy. There you go. Yeah. Wow, I'm actually thinking about it, but can we even move over this rock though with the Tatra? Probably, yeah. The tires of the Tatra is rather big. 51 inches. So almost the same size as the Kolob over here. Alright, we have enough power though to go through anything here. So, let's try to go over these trees here. There you go. Because this side is a little bit quicker though, and more manageable, one might say. Okay, wow, that did look way more intimidating though than I thought. And then I just see that one on the horizon. Yeah, that tree is a whole lot different here. So let's try to squeeze right in between here. By the way, shame upon me though. Let's turn the beacons on. There we go. The Kolob is just so big though. It just goes over anything without any issue. Wow. Yeah, well, I found my favorite way over here apparently. Now, it does need a little bit of help though, because we are digging here in the mud and we do need to force ourselves over the log anyways. Yeah, the trailer now is the issue there. Yeah, we cannot crush it or anything though. What we do have to do is lift it up ever so slightly on one side, I might imagine. Just ever so slightly. And doesn't work though. Yeah, that might be an issue right now. Not gonna lie. Now, technically, no, it will not. Because if we get rid of this one and there, the distance is bigger, meaning the pull force is bigger too, but as you can see, we are actually lifting up the tree with the trailer though. Isn't that cool? And there we go. Nice. Yep. It gets stuck right in between the tires though at the rear. That's kind of fun. But there you go. There you go. And we don't have to worry about fuel though, because we have 340 instead of 380 or 360 on the other Kolob, which is of course less though. But we have a specialized trailer with us for it, so that's pretty decent. Well, off we go. Now, yeah, this is going to be a route that I will still take though, but Probably with a different vehicle though, because any type of trailer like this is just too much, man. It's just, it is too much. This, if you do need steel beams, you either take the very long route, and that is, oh, let me get it. Ooh, there we go. Either it's this one, if you want to have massive cargo at once, or you do take a quick one and do it by 2 slots. Yep. That's the best way how to do it though, I can tell you. Because, although this is a lot of fun though, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. It's very, very nice. There we go. We had the handbrake on purpose there. Let's change it to the day again. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though, but it's something that you have to be aware of, that it's also going to be very, very difficult. And very unrealistic. Let's be fair there too, huh? I don't think anybody's going to do this to their trailer, at least not with the little bars on the bottom part there. There we go. But no matter what, we do succeed. And that is the key. And if we keep going, we keep succeeding. Yeah, right now though we gotta be pulling forward. If my left tires are... Yep, that's what I mean. Nice. Beautiful. So realistic. Look at that though, huh? The trailer is even floating for us, man. Isn't that nice? Oh yeah. Alright, so we are a little bit stuck there on the rocks right there. So what we just go and do, just do the same little thing. Activate that. Nice. Just a little bump over it. And that's how we actually do kick ourselves through everything. Ah, yeah. Remember, this is for 3 steel beams. 3. This is not for, let's say, 4 or 5 missions or something like that. It is for actually 2 missions. 2 bridges. Oh, yeah. It's kind of cool to see, by the way, like everything is just being reinforced, what I say, right? You know, by the game design itself, especially in Amur, I mean, right now. Or actually only in Amur right now, because I've been speaking about Amur. That no matter what, everything is made for small gains, right? You know, everything is really here for small movements and all. Which I do appreciate quite a bit, right, you know? And we have been raw forcing everything, though, at a certain part and all. Which is a lot of fun, by the way, right, you know? But you don't want this to be your main job, though. If you're doing it in this way, like just raw dogging everything, you are having a miserable time, though, I can tell you already. So don't have fun. Alright, let's refuel here. All of this, though, took us such a long time to get here because of all the raw dogging that we barely have any fuel to actually move back home. I mean, that's something to think about even, right? You know? Now, this is easy to actually move through here, but I was talking mostly about the design of it, right? You know, small gate. Ooh, they could have opened this up for 2 slots, like they did with most of all garages and factories and all, one might say. And that cough, that throat clear, was actually like, ay. Was it? Is it? I don't know though, I don't know. Not completely. Not really being paying attention to it, but it kind of feels like it though. So yeah, you know, like that is that we have to think of. Now, how are we going to fix this? We could go all the way back, or else we could do something very tricky here. And just try to be Mr. Stubborn about it, you know. We have been stubborn so far. So why not a little bit more? Almost. There we go. Nice. Alright. So yeah, you know, you can do it in the stubborn, hardcore way though, but I really don't recommend doing so though. You deserve better than wasting your time, right? So be careful about this. Wait a minute. Did I do it dummy? I think I... No, wait a minute. Did I? Aha. Of course. Oh, I did. Of course. Already felt wrong. Open store. Can you imagine though? I kind of screwed this one up. There we go. That will be so funny at the same time. There we are. Alright, let's go and take the smart route right now. Although also a very difficult one. And that one is right over here. And then this way. This is very difficult. And this is very difficult. But we will see, we will see, we will see. I kind of wish though they had a fuel station over here. Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, all of this though makes me very curious, by the way. Very curious about how it will go with a 2-slot truck, right? Because right now, believe it or not, I am recording. Oh, careful here. Yeah, we don't want to have ultimate damage right away right now. But yeah, you know, I'm recording for over 2 hours. Yeah, the struggle was real though. The struggle was real. So I think though that we are going to actually do another one. Maybe with a trailer. So we could do a 2-slotter. And if we add a trailer to it, even if we lose our cargo, that's not the point. Right? The point is the truck on its own with the 2 slots. The trailer will be its extra. So if we succeed with that trailer, let's say within 20 to 30 minutes, then it's an epic win. It really will be an epic win then. Because this right now is an epic L. It really is an epic L right now though. So we cannot have that at all. So let's just store this one over here. I believe we can. And no, we cannot store here. Oh, that is a shame though. So we actually have to keep this over here. Not too bad. What we also could do is just tip and flip it over. Shall we? Nah, this one can just stay here. I don't care. Stop the engine. Alright, now let's do a little experiment. Alright, so as you can see, this is our setup. We are driving the Tatra T813, my absolute favorite though. It is a turtle. It is extremely tough, extremely slow, and extremely strong, right? The add-ons are not the best. The height is not the best though, because it's kind of low as you can see to the to the flooring. The gravity center is actually above the middle, and for a lower truck that is absolutely fantastic though. Now as you can see, we are struggling here already though, so that is the issue what we are having with chained tires. We don't have a lot of that, so if we cannot move forward, it might be because of the trailer, because as you can see, it is being dragged around. As you can see at the tires, it does not spin around at all. So that's kind of interesting to see. Oh, it is slowly moving though. How cool is that? How cool is that, huh? Yeah, it's sarcastic, dude. Alright, so this is where we already do fail, right? We can keep on going, but this is all about speed. So sure, detach the trailer. Remove the... Oh no! No, I have to do it again though. Oh well. Let's just redo it again because I totally forgot about it. Delete the trailers. Yep, there we go. And now we had to do it. Alright. There we go. Now I'm going to start my timer again though. Once we arrive at this point. Well, I have it on pause. So once we arrive here again, we will continue the timer. And here we go again. Will we manage? It is deep though. And of course we have the chained tires. That is also a little test that I want to go through. But with mud tires, oh yeah, we will be flying through here, to be fair. We will be flying through here. And we only have the chained tires on for this little part. Although, again, we don't really need it though. Right, you know, for most of the route. It is just a safe way to do it. It really is safe. And technically a very smart way to do it if you want to go for pure realism. Because who is ever going to drive their multi-ton truck over ice that is on a slope with cargo? You must have the best life insurance and the biggest love for your family and those you have in your inheritance though. For real. So now, just in comparison, we are going with the mud tires. And let's see how it actually goes. Power 5 actually made a very good comment though about using chain tires. It's a little bit slower and he has to use the wind sometimes, he said. And I tested it out though right in between the episodes. Totally 100% accurate though. Absolutely. So if you want to use chained tires though, go ahead. You will have a good time, but be careful though. Be careful. It will take more time though. And I think like this right now, not realistic. Slingshot right over there, like, ooh, okay. Well, the terrain takes a lot of damage though compared to my other big boys. But I'm thinking like, you know what? I can handle this, right? You know, I can slide and then slingshot. If we did, well, we did actually press the winch in, right? The pull. But if it was registered though, you'd know sometimes it doesn't register, so you have to release the button and then press again. Then we will have not taken that massive hit right there. But if you want to play 100% safe, which I highly recommend though, chain tires. But you will get dug in though. Now this is the biggest weakness of my favorite truck. I was hoping for a race suspension though. But oh well, you know. Guess Rosera, whatever will be, will be. We are dragging no matter what. And this is what I wanted to show too. Alright, so it is quicker in deep mud, but because the truck is made for, well, I would say off-road with some mud here and there, then yeah, like here, look at the climb. It is so incredibly stable. It really is incredibly stable though. But yeah, it is made for rough terrain. And by rough terrain, I do mean, you know, like obstacles and all. That's where the Tatra is S tier. Although it is rather low too. So be careful about balancing. But as you can see, with this truck, we can do anything that we want. Some spots just take a little bit of time. Just don't get stuck like you're tethering on a rock or something in the middle of it. So be aware of that. Deep snow, deep mud, there is drag, but it's a very powerful turtle though. It just keeps on going no matter what. Alright, because we are using only a truck with a 2 flatbed though, right? You know, 2 slot. We also have trucks with 3, so keep that in mind. But because we are hauling steel beams, we only do need a 2 slot bed. 3 will be more delivery than hauling back, which is interesting. But we want a 1-for-1, right? And right now I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to turn right like we did before, because that's a little bit of an, well, detour. Now we have the maneuverability. The truck is not all too big after all, so we can take shortcuts. Adding on our, well, quicker timeline, right? You know, I don't want to waste 2 hours for something that I could do in, let's say, 1 hour. with the same amount of steel beams. You know what I mean? So the thing though is, this has to take around 20 minutes. And I'm now at 8 minutes. Almost. So, and as you can see at the fuel right over there, this is from the warehouse trailer, fuel trailer that I've installed there. Or placed. And it is barely there. And we are almost at our location already. So yeah. Now there's a big obstacle right ahead of us though. A big tree, right? But then again, it's a turtle. It is low to the ground. But it is powerful enough to actually go through here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Oh. Without even noticing a dip here, which is awesome. Nice. Well, that was simple. That was very simple. Now remember, this is a climb. So it will take more time to climb up than going down. Physics and all is a wonderful thing. And so is gravity. Well, it's part of physics, of course. But gravity on its own, though, you could just send it though. You're going at much higher speeds than what we are right now. This is a European truck, but it has, I think it has kilometers per hour though. I thought miles there for a second. So we are at 20 kilometers per hour right now. Kind of looks like miles at the same time, but it feels like 20. Yeah, this is 20. This is not 20 miles per hour. This is kilometers per hour. For those that wonder, bigger number for equal speed is kilometers per hour. Alright. We're driving like 15 over here. The balance of this truck is second to none. I actually do believe that this truck has the best balance ever. Alright, so if you are in a region that is extremely tip heavy though, use the Tatra. Just do it. So this is around 10 minutes till we arrive here. Now let's do the math. Let's go 8 minutes back because we are going downhill. That means we are at 18 minutes. I have to say though that beats the 2-hour mark that we had before. So we had 3 steel beams, right? Remember? Now we have 1. Oh, there we go. So even with the 1 right now, we have to do this 2 times. And we will do very well with that. We will do extremely well with this. And if I have to be very fair with you right now, use the twin steer. This road is rather stable. It is rather straight. So the twin steer might actually master all of this. So it's even quick. It is quicker than the Tatra. It is better in deep snow than the Tatra is with mud tires. It has more clearance than the Tatra. It's a little bit longer, but that might be a benefit than the Tatra. And this is, I chose this one because it's a monster though. It really is. So technically, you could do this in 50 minutes. Back and forth. You would save around 1 to 2 minutes. That is a lot though, if you do this a lot. But you don't have to, I believe. But anyways, right, you know. The world is your oyster. And yeah, it does look like we could do this with the twin steer. Now, I promised not to do non-stop the twin steer because I kind of mastered the truck and we do not tip over or anything like that, and everything becomes a little bit like a laughing stock. But right now, I can really tell you to go for it. just keep it in low gear plus, so you don't speed up too much, because it is very bounce heavy. Alright, so keep that in mind though. Now I'm going to deliver this one. I can already tell you, if I look at my stopwatch right now, it's around 17 to 18 minutes. Beats the 2 hours. Alright, so hey, I hope you learned a little bit about this very efficient steel beam haul route. Right, you know? So go at it though, have fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy and healthy, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much though, bye bye.